back here for betting locks and game predictions, regular season finale, week 18. Quick reminder, please be sure to like and subscribe if you guys enjoy the content, and be sure to comment down below what you think of my picks at the end of the video. But first here, we got to get into week 17. So all throughout December, I'd been picking great, but this last week actually wasn't the best. We'll get through it here. So first, we had Eagles -3 in the hook. Barely hits there in Washington. Football team actually gave a great effort. And the Eagles, that was a big reminder that they are not a world-class team. They're a 7 seed. They clinched their playoff berth, but I don't think they're fully a legitimate team. Then the Bucks at -13. I don't think they're a very legitimate team either. They barely pulled out the win in New York. We had the whole Antonio Brown situation. Tom Brady with an absolute dime to get them the win, but no chance of covering the 13-point spread there. Then the Dolphins +3.5. I had this team winning outright, and they were a complete embarrassment. They had a chance to clinch a playoff berth going into that game. They end up getting eliminated from playoff contention, so terrible game from the Dolphins. They lose by 30+. Tua is a fraud. Next, we get to the Bills, who I had -14, and they probably shouldn't have covered, but it was a push in the end. Josh Allen, one of his worst days as a QB in the NFL. He threw like 2 or 3 picks, didn't have a passing touchdown, given he was playing in the snow, but Falcons gave a valiant effort there with their playoff lives on the line, ended up losing and being eliminated there. Next game, Saints and Panthers. We had the under 39. It hits. This was such an ugly game. 28 total points scored. I had the Saints winning. They ended up doing so, but the under was the lock. And then getting into the Monday night parlay, first parlay of the season, and I knew the under was going to hit for this game. It actually barely ended up hitting with that late Najee touchdown. There were 40 total points, 2 points under the total there, but after the Browns were eliminated from playoff contention via the Bengals win against the Chiefs on Sunday, I knew the Browns were not going to give a great effort. And the way Baker's been playing, I don't even know why I picked this Browns team anyway, minus the 3 points. So I'll eat that one there. The parlay does not hit. So betting locks, we had 6 straight winning weeks. We were due for a losing week. So we dropped 1.2 units. Still up 22.5 units on the season, though. Let's get back in the winning column this week. And then for the game picks, still pretty good, 11-4, so 158 and 84 on the season. Paul's pick actually loses this time. He was on a 6-game winning streak there, but the Chiefs ended up getting upset by the Bengals in a thriller in Cincinnati last week. Special reminder that Paul's pick of the week will be the Sunday night game, Chargers against the Raiders. So first, we start out with the Saturday games. First here, we got the Chiefs at the Broncos. Pretty easy pick here. Give me the Chiefs big against this Broncos team. Chiefs, I actually don't think they played that bad last week. Sure, their defense got torched by Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, but I'm not a big believer in their defense. I know that was a key component of the winning streak, but I think if the Chiefs want to have prolonged success in the playoffs, get to the Super Bowl, it's going to have to be Mahomes in that offense. But I think they'll have no problems here against the Broncos. Give me the Chiefs to win this one big. I think Mahomes has a big day. Next here, we get to the Cowboys at the Eagles. And wow, the Cowboys with a disappointing performance at home against the Cardinals. For how much this team was clicking in the middle of the season, I am not sold on them at this point. They have to prove a lot of things here last week of the season. They are still playing for the 2 seed, but they are currently at the 4 seed, I believe, in the playoff picture. So they definitely need to win this game. Give me Dallas to win here. I think since the Eagles have clinched and are basically stuck at the 7 spot, they will rest their players there. Give me the Cowboys here. I think Dak has a bounce back and the defense plays well against the Eagles backups. Next game, we get to the Sunday action. First game here, Packers at Lions. And this one is kind of what we just saw in the Cowboys and Eagles. I don't even know who's going to play for the Packers. Obviously, at full strength, I would take them. I'm still going to take them anyway because I heard that Aaron Rodgers and some of the other starters will be playing in the first half. So I think that'll give them a little boost, and hopefully Jordan Love can keep on the gas pedal. Also, Lions playing for a draft pick right now, so it benefits them to lose this one. Next, we get into the Colts and the Jaguars, and it would make total sense for the Jags just to lay down here and claim their first overall pick for next season, but you never know. Colts have actually not won in Jacksonville since 2014, but still, I'm taking the Colts to punch their ticket to the playoffs. Taylor's going to have a big day here. They're not going to mess around. They need to win this one, and I think they do so by 20 to 30 points there in Jacksonville. Next game, we get into one that does not matter at all. Football team at the Giants, but you've got to take the football team here as the Giants are looking like one of the worst teams in the NFL right now. Threw for negative passing yards last week against Chicago. So I think this one might get out of hand. I mean, at least the football team is playing somewhat decent right now. So I'll take the football team there in New York. Next game, we get to the Bears at the Vikings. Again, this one doesn't mean anything, but give me the Vikings. They have the better team, better roster, and I think this one's going to be an interesting battle because this will be Matt Nagy's last game coaching for the Bears most likely, and also probably Mike Zimmer's last day coaching for the Minnesota Vikings. So that's an interesting storyline, but give me the Vikings to win the game. Next game means a lot. Titans at Texans. Titans can secure the 1 seed with a dub, and I think they get it in Houston. This Houston team won 2 straight, then battled in the first half, had a lead against the Niners. So I don't think they'll just lay down and let the Titans win. They also won earlier this season in Nashville, but Titans potentially getting Derrick Henry back. I think the Texans have little chance to stop him. So give me Tennessee to win in Houston. Next game, we get to our first lock. Steelers at Ravens here. Both teams have a very narrow shot to get to the playoffs right now. The lock is the under 43 in this game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring affair. First time these two teams played this season, game was 20-19, and I think this one could be even lower scoring. Steelers offense, they put up 26 last game, but that was courtesy of a late Najee Harris touchdown. I don't think they get to 20 points in this one. I don't think the Ravens get to 20 either, even though they might get Lamar Jackson back. Ravens defense played a hell of a game against Matthew Stafford, so Big Ben will not be able to do anything more. In the actual game, give me the Ravens to win narrowly, but the lock is the under 43. Next game, the other AFC North game, Bengals at Browns, and this one is going to be ugly because we have the battle of the backups. I think we have Brandon Allen against Case Keenum. In this one, Browns at home, I think they get the dub because I think Case Keenum is actually a viable backup there. They are favored by 6 points, so Vegas kind of sees that the Browns have more of their starters in, so I have the Browns there, but who really knows who's going to win that. Next game, we get into a huge one in the NFC West. Rams hosting the Niners. Rams playing for that number 2 seed. Niners playing to get in the playoffs here. And in this one, I've got to take the Niners plus the 5 points. They have beat the Rams 5 straight times. Shanahan has McVay's number. Although this one in LA, I mean, it's going to get feisty. I think the Rams might win the game, but I see a lot of value in the Niners here, even though they're going to have Trey Lance starting. I think Shanahan's going to give his best effort to win this game, and I think that Trey Lance will have a decent day against this LA Rams defense, and the Niners will try to run the ball a lot. And then it really comes down to Stafford, who's had 5 interceptions in his last 2 games. I mean, I don't know if he cleans it up here against this Niners defense. Niners secondary has been pretty bad, but they were able to handle Stafford and the Rams last time. So give me the Niners and the history there, playing for their playoff lives, plus the 5 points in LA. Next game, we get to the Panthers at the Bucks. Give me the Bucks to win this one. They have not been playing great as of late, but they are competing for the 2 seed, whereas the Panthers have lost 11 of their last 13. Absolutely terrible team there. So give me Tampa Bay to win this one at home. Next game, we got the Cardinals hosting the Seahawks. Could be Russell Wilson's last day as a Seahawk, but I think the Cardinals get the win here. They didn't look great in Dallas last week. It wasn't a very convincing win against the Cowboys, but I think they will get it back on track here at home. I think Kyler Murray torches this Seahawks defense, and the Cardinals win at home there. Next game, we get to the Patriots at the Dolphins. Patriots still trying to win that AFC East, and I think they win this game in Miami. Miami actually won this game in week 1. That was so long ago, though. I think at this point, Mac Jones is a way better quarterback than Tua. Miami defense couldn't really do anything to stop the Tennessee run, so I don't think they'll be able to do anything to stop the New England run. So in this one, you got to take the Patriots to blow out the Dolphins in Miami. Next game, we get to the third and final betting lock of the week. Saints at Falcons here. Saints, if they win and the Niners lose, they will get into the playoffs here. But still, give me the Falcons plus the 5 points. I see a lot of value here because I think I told you guys 2 weeks ago when the Falcons were playing the Lions, when the Falcons are playing these non-elite teams, they tend to fight, especially at home. They pull out a lot of these close games. In these low-scoring games, Matt Ryan gets clutch in the fourth quarter. So I think the Falcons will fight in this one. I'll take them to win outright. Plus the 5 points is a no-brainer for me. Saints on offense, they really couldn't do anything last week. It was all Kamara against that Panthers defense. So in a divisional battle here, I think it's going to be low-scoring, and I think the Falcons cover the 5 points. Next game, we get to the Bills hosting the Jets. Bills trying to secure the AFC East. I think they do so here. I think they get the win against the Jets. Josh Allen, he's going to have a better day than he did last week, but I think he does here at home. And I think the Bills get a big win against New York. And now we get to the Sunday night game for a playoff spot. Chargers at Raiders, and Paul is on the pick here.
I'd like to thank all of you guys for watching Ryan and I collab each week to predict NFL games. It's been fun. You've seen my picks very hot and cold all season. And with that being said, a little recap of last week. Joey Burrow and Jamar Chase defeating the Chiefs by themselves. That was awesome. So, if that's how my 6-game win streak ends, I am happy that it ends like that. That was a very fun game to watch. With that being said, this game, Ryan's got me doing. We got the Raiders and we got the Chargers. And this game is a little controversial because you know what? There have been some whispers, some rumors flying around the league that if the Jaguars beat the Colts, that these two teams would agree to tie. And if you guys want to bet on a tie, I wouldn't blame you, but that has never happened in NFL history where two teams agree to tie. So with that being said, I'm going with the Chargers by 10. They are a lot more sustainable football team at this period in the season. The Raiders have been plagued by off-the-field issues all year, and Derek Carr is basically carrying this team by himself, in my opinion, second in passing, but that is not sustainable enough to beat the Chargers at this point in the season. I'm going with the Chargers by 10. They have a lot more weapons on offense and defense. I think they will handle the Raiders pretty easily. So that is my final pick of the season. Thank you guys for listening.
So with that being said, please let me know what you guys think of the predictions for this week, and I will see you all in the next one.